The lesson of today, we are going to deal with cropwat and climewat. So before we go further, we have to know what is cropwat. Cropwat, it is a software designed by the FAO to estimate the water required in irrigation. Let's go and open our cropwat. So in the cropwat, there is some different option we have to fill in order to allow this software to calculate the amount of water required by the plant or the amount of water required in irrigation. The first option, it is a climate data, where the climate data you fill in, it is a data that was recorded at least in 30 years. So the data you put here, it is an average of those data that was recorded in those period of 30 years. There is also a rainfall data. The rainfall data means it is a data that will tell you an amount of rainfall that was received on different months and an effective rainfall. Here we have to distinguish these two terms, rainfall and effective rainfall. Rainfall means it is all the amount of water received by the surface during raining. But effective rainfall, it is only those amount of water that remained to be used by the crops. Those water are stored under the crop roots. There is also, we have to specify our crops. We feed the crop name, we feed the coefficients crops and the different stage of crops, because our crops need different amount of water according to their stage. It is the initial development, mid-season, later, and so on. Also we irrigate according to the root depth, and so many. And also we have to fill the soil data. The soil data here, according to your crops, all crops are not grown on the same soil type, and you have to specify your soil type in order to know that soil amount of water it requires in order to support your crops to grow. Also you have to fill those data. And finally, if all those previous option was filled correctly, software itself here at crop water requirement, it will also be automatically calculated. So there is two different ways to fill your data. There is a manual option or using your country or station and so on. So here our climate data, our climate data and ETO. ETO means evapotranspiration of that crops. To fill this data, you either go to the FAO platform and search for climatic data, or use after finding those data on FAO, you put them manually. But the easy way is that if your crop is not complicated, if you're not finding your your country climatic data, you use software, the data that goes with this software. What we do is this: you come here on cropwat, you open your cropwat, then you come here and choose your country. My country is Rwanda, and select Rwanda. Then display all stations. These are only all stations that found in Rwanda. Let's choose Butare. After selecting Butare, you come here, export selected station, and you name cropwat, and come here to the open, and come here to the open, and you go to open, and you go to where you save, and you go to where you saved your doc. It was on local disk C, on program files, in cropwat, and choose cropwat. It is behind, and choose Butare and open. Automatically all data's filled them itself. There is main temperature, maximum temperature, humidity, wind, sun, radiation, etc. All data are very necessary to know the amount of water you will need to use. Also, on the rainfall data, you choose what is best for you, either for going to the internet and search for that information about what you are going to fill, or using the data that comes with this software. We also open this option, and also go to the local disk C and the program file on climate. Also choose Butare, because Butare, it is our station, and it is only data we need. It is data from Butare station. You also open also the amount of rainfall received and the effective rainfall remained. Means here in January example, an average of rainfall received was 114.9 millimeter an average, but and 93.8 millimeter remained being used by crops. Also, you choose your crop type. Let's come here and choose rice. Okay, all data concerning about rice are given, and the software fill them itself. And you choose soil. What kind of soil does rice grow? It is a clay. Okay, you also come here and open, and you choose your type soil, and they open. Also, it automatically filled itself. After filling all those options, the software, as I said, it automatically calculates the amount of water you will need accordingly. You come here at the crop water required. That is this abbreviation means. Let's see an example here. There is a month, a decade, stage of crops. Decades means after when you will irrigate. After how long? Decade means it means 10 days. Crops coefficient, evapotranspiration, our crops, some water we used are being, as I said, are being used by crops as an effective rainfall, or if they are here it is for rainfall, here it is for irrigation. It is assumed in millimeter per decade, and the effective rainfall. Here irrigation required means after all this information, it tells you amount of water you will need during that decade. Here, our plant is still in nursery of 3 decades. 3 decades means 30 days. Means in 30 days, here you don't need to irrigate. But the water you need, it is only water from the rain, effective rainfall, means 21.9 millimeter December. But for irrigation, you don't need to irrigate here at this stage. Okay, let's see about January. January also we have 3 decades. Our crop is at a mid stage. At mid stage means an effective rainfall, it is 7.6, means all water that will be being used by the crop. We will irrigate, it will be 8.7 millimeter per decade. And also it will tell you at the whole period of your crops amount of water you will need to use. You will irrigate by 329.6 at the whole stage that your crop will be planted. Okay, thank you for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.